everybody, welcome back to Spaced Out Radio's Cryptid Tales. My name is Amber Beckrood and today is the first day of October. Yes, it is Halloween season officially and I cannot be more excited about this. But that being said, I figured it would be fun to start off with something a little different. Now, what I have brought for you today is I want to start off with something that is not just a legend based in one place, but a legend based throughout a culture that is stationed in many different places, and so much so that they all share the same story. I want to bring to you what I think might be the coolest werewolf story ever. Of course, we have all heard of werewolves. We know the story. We've heard the tales of men turning into wolves or women turning into wolves during the full moon, what have you. This legend, however, goes back much further and in a different way. I am talking about the Adlet. Now, this legend stems from Inuit mythology and it is shared in Greenland, Baffin Island, as well as Labrador. And it's honestly kind of one of the coolest things that I've ever discovered in terms of werewolf mythology. Now, what this comes from is a long Inuit legend that there was a woman who had a romantic relationship with a werewolf, for a lack of better terms. Some say that it was a giant dog, but people have deciphered that a werewolf would make more sense. This woman then gave birth to 10 children, 5 of which were dogs, and 5 of which were half human, half dog, thus being given the name the Adlet. 5 were sent on a raft into the ocean out of shame, and that is where they have said the stem of werewolf culture in England actually comes from, because they landed on the shores of Europe and terrorized the nation, and the other 5 stayed with the mother but continued to terrorize the town and the village that they lived in. Of course, they have now said to roam the barren lands of Greenland and Baffin Island as well as Labrador, and they feed on human flesh. Now, whether that is because they are actually cannibals in some sense of the word, or if it's just because they're part dog and, well, dogs eat raw meat, nobody is quite sure. This legend has been around for hundreds of years and it isn't going away anytime soon. Now, you have to keep in mind that, yes, it does sound a lot like a Wendigo, but you need to understand that they actually had no contact with any of the rest of the Native American tribes from America. So how these tribes from all over North America have some semblance of the same creature is beyond me, but I think it's pretty cool that you can kind of track it through, and it is something that is shared throughout every single culture. Now, of course, these stories continue to pop up all over the place, including people seeing these weird creatures. The difference being between the Adlet and an actual werewolf that we know in pop culture today is that they are always like this. They don't change back and forth between a human and a wolf. They are always half and half. So what that means, I don't really know. They are still seen today by certain villages up in the north, and they are definitely something to be feared. Now, I like a good werewolf story, and I don't know if this one was told because they needed something to scare children at the end of the night so that they wouldn't go outside, but I think that would keep me pretty terrified at the end of the day. I think I want to know what you guys think. I want to know if you think that these Adlet are the basis of werewolf culture in Europe. Do you think that because they made it to England, they started to spread terror all over the place? Or do you think it's something that's just localized to this area here in the north? Let me know down below in the comments what you think about these Adlet. And if by chance you're from Greenland or Baffin Island or Labrador and you're watching this video, have you heard of anybody seeing it in your town or village? If so, please leave that down there too, because I would love to hear more stories. People aren't really posting them online, so if you've seen it, hit me up. I want to know. I want to know what your encounter with an Adlet was. That being said, I would like to give a huge shout out to Ron Bumblefoot THAL for all of our music here on Spaced Out Radio. And don't forget, you can check out my social media and all of Spaced Out Radio social media on these links on the side. And you can also tune in to Spaced Out Radio every single day of the week. Yep, every single day, 24/7. We have free archives here on YouTube as well as our website, spacedoutradio.com. And you can listen live at 9 p.m. Pacific every single day. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video.